So welcome to Weld.com. Today we're going to do a little project on lowering the roof on this easy-go golf cart. And I'm going to show you all the dimensions and everything and how I do it. And what I'll do is I'll lay everything out, clamp everything, drill the holes, bolt it up, tack up the pieces, uninstall it, weld them out, and then reinstall it, and then show you that it works. So let's get started. So we're going to take a little break, and we're going to go into the engineer's office and tell you guys a little bit about how we came up with this idea.
The whole idea was, again, I wanted to lower the roof, and the problem, I looked at it, and I had that angled brackets in the back, and it's like, how are we going to get that? So right. I wanted to come up with an idea that how to do the bracket. So I wanted to do a little 3D model of it. So what I did, I have SolidWorks just so happen here in my office. So I drew up a model, and again, there's only like two parts here. There's two of these, and in the back section of it. So I made a little assembly and put it together. And I believe the angle, if you remember, Paul, was it like 30 degrees or something?
Something close to that.
So we set up the angle to right at 30 degrees and trying to get it, so it would fit the bracket, right, and it would rotate or fold back on the same plane. So once I've completed my 3D model, and test the fit and everything worked pretty good. I want to make it out of steel. So I'll go back to my SolidWorks program. I'll save the different sections of the file, like there's different pieces, and then I can upload the drawing over into my flash cut software, which is the software we use on the plasma table, and then we can finish the layout in steel.
In the last couple of episodes, as you've noticed, if you watched them, we've been doing a lot of plasma cutting with the Koike plasma cutting table. So Thermocut sent us some parts to test, and Thermocut Smart Solution is a more efficient design with equal quality results while passing the savings on to the customer. So what I'm going to do here is they sent us a demo of this nice water-cooled torch, which we don't have a water-cooled setup, but I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to disassemble it and reassemble it. This is the shield cap with a shield and how easy it pops out. Retaining cup, which you can see if you're not easy on these parts, you'll break the O-ring and it'll fall off. So I'll start with the reassembly, and of course with the cooling tube first with a little non-petroleum grease on it. Then we'll go with the electrode with a little non-petroleum grease on that O-ring as well. And this is when that little tool comes in handy. Just need to snug it up. Then we'll put the squirrel ring on with a little grease. So then we'll put the nozzle on with a little grease. This one has 3 O-rings, so you want to put a little grease on all 3 O-rings. Then we'll install the retaining cap, put a little grease on that O-ring. Then we'll insert the shield with a little grease on the O-ring into the shield cap. So now we're ready to start cutting. So I took the brackets, of course, put them up to the upright, center punched them, and came down 5.5 inches where I'm gonna make my 45-degree cut. So when it folds back, it has clearance. Because if you cut it square, it hit on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clamp everything up, drill my holes, put my bolts in it, and then I'll tack the bracket, the inside flat bar bracket to it, and then I'll move around to all 4 corners and do that, tack it all up, make sure that it works. Then I'll pull the brackets off one at a time, weld them out, and reinstall them. So let's get started. All right, so now I'm ready to tack it. I'm gonna go through these settings on the Power MIG 253 DPI. So we'll come over here and we're running on the trigger mode 2T, 190 amps, 19 volts. And the wire speed goes when you push the wire diameter. So we're running 031, which 030 is close enough. And it sets itself automatically. So of course we're running MIG mode with 7525. So today we're going to run the Bowler SG2 ER70S6 031 diameter with an AWS spec of A5.18. So as you can see, I retraced my lines on the 45. That way I explained earlier, because if you cut it square, it hit. So if you 45 it, when it rolls back, it has plenty of clearance. So I retraced my lines and I'm gonna go ahead and do the cutting on it. So 3.5 inch centers on the holes. And I got a little nut with a little bolt on it. I'll tack it. And that'll be what screws in to hold the tubing steady. So when you roll it up, you screw the screws in and it'll hold it nice and steady. So I walked over to the material rack and I found a piece of 1¼ by 1¼ extruded aluminum that the piece fits perfectly right over it. So I'll clamp it down. Of course I got my ground on it, clamp the back. And I'll continue to make these 2 welds right here. So is it supposed to go like this or like that?
Like that.
Okay. So today we had a little problem. The owner of this golf cart couldn't get it in his trailer. So we come up with a solution. Guess what? Now it fits in the trailer, and he's a happy camper. So I'm gonna raise the roof at Weld.com. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions or need help, go to our forum and connect with us, Weld.com/forum. If you want to check out exclusive content and member perks, join our channel and support the Weld.com community. See you on the next one.